Alright, well, welcome back everybody. This is CD Mangaka and doing the Path of the Master Ninja, or Master Ninja mode, walkthrough commentary. This first episode, I'm just basically going to do a live take and playthrough of it. And we'll see if this is a format that needs adjusting. Maybe in some other levels, I'll go back and dub over it, play through it without live commentary. But if y'all enjoy the live commentary, let me know down in the comments below. I know my channel recently has done a lot of FGC stuff, but since this is one like the video game series that literally led me to start making YouTube videos in the first place, it felt appropriate to come back to this version of the game and to do something for my first ever playthrough of Master Ninja mode. If you haven't seen part 1, recommend that you check that out, as I'll be explaining like how we go about farming essence, the importance of using ultimate techniques to kill opponents, and some of the other shot manipulation things that we try to do. So, and yeah, without further ado, we'll jump right into it. This is Master Ninja mode. For the sake of keeping things pretty streamlined, as you can see, I haven't beaten Master Ninja mode just yet to unlock Fiend Ryu. At least I'm pretty sure that's what that costume is. But we do have Dragon Muscles Ryu, so I'll go ahead and do that. You can get this costume by doing 10 of the tag team missions, which are actually very fun. They're solo-based modes where you can choose, Ryu with one weapon, and you can choose Ryu with another weapon, or you can choose one of the Konoichi, like Ayane Momiji, or Rachel. She's not a Konoichi, but she's one of the other characters. And then you can switch between them in the middle of the game. And whoever came up with that idea, Team Ninja, deserves like everything in the world. So let's get into it. Master Ninja mode, unlike the original Ninja Gaiden 2 game, it's not really about like spamming enemies at you. It's about like giving you maybe double the account of like normal mode difficulty enemies, but they're all pretty tough and they can kill you fairly quickly if you give them that opening. They also slip out of some of your attacks or block some of those moves. I think the idea with this balancing, which is more based off of Sigma 2 than the original Ninja Gaiden 2, is to give you a better sense of you are a Master Ninja fighting other Master Ninjas, but you're just that extra level above them, as opposed to just killing hordes of bad dudes. But strokes for different folks. I think it's a more sensible way of doing game balance. And if you're on PC, well, I'm pretty sure modders who worked tirelessly to give us gore on the Sigma remaster releases that Steam saw about last year, pretty sure that they will very quickly just, amp up the enemy count and do some rebalancing around it. So there's definitely a few things that we are missing from Gaiden 2, but I think overall this is a fine package. I do miss the fact that we're not having like as many ranged weapons, but
that it concerns the Archfiend.
Game looks pretty alright as well. I just updated my settings to high since I'm on my desktop at home. It does look a little fuzzy, but maybe that's a resolution thing. I'm playing at 1080p. I don't really have like 4K support. But it's so good to see this game be nice and properly gory. Which actually, I will demonstrate one thing in the initial scene here. I'm just letting this one cutscene play out. I'm not going to let pretty much any of the other cutscenes play out, because we're not here for the plot, we're not here for the lore, we're here for the gameplay. But this just kind of felt appropriate to welcome us back in. Some FPS drops in the cutscene. Some texture load-ins there too. But yeah, I hope that y'all enjoy playing this game. It's a freaking awesome game, one of the craziest action games of all time. And if you can ever find a way to play the original Gaiden 2 version, I can recommend it to some degree. I will try and highlight some sections of the game where there was definitely some sadistic bullshit that should not have existed. That was removed for sensibility's sake. Anyways, so we're surrounded by a bunch of ninjas. We only have the Dragon Sword level 1, but really this is kind of like the only form of the Dragon Sword that we need for pretty much most of the run, because it has access to a very simple Azuna drop combo that's going to set us up for pretty big success. So for us to minimize the damage that we're taking, we're going to try to abuse as many iframes as we can by using obliteration techniques and ultimate techniques, as well as some throws that also prevent Ryu from getting damaged. So let's get into it. Flying Swallow is a very bread and butter move. You can see there that I'm not able to quite hit the enemy yet. Guillotine throw into a wall gives you pretty high chance for a delimb. Then once we get the delimb, we have an essence that's spawned. But now I have to try sneak out an ultimate here. It's just level 1. Did he die on the way up? No, he did not. He just fell out. We'll do another level 1 here. Okay. There's this level 1. Chuck him into the wall. Now, one thing about manipulating essence that I failed to mention in the intro video is you can stop it from being absorbed by holding the block button down. So if you don't want to absorb essence, you have to hold guard, but that means that you can't go on the offensive with the weapon. So if you don't intend to absorb the yellow essence, then that could pose some issues. Anyways, I do want to crack open these barrels there so we can get this essence and get a level 2 out. We only killed one guy with it, so I'm actually not going to try and use that for an ultimate technique. Here we go, okay. These two dying, I don't really mind using this to get the kill right here. Because again, when you kill enemies using a level 2 ultimate technique, it increases the amount of essence we absorb. So we got 1,000 essence from this last guy. We just got 600 essence, right? So think of how many guys I killed before that last guy where we didn't use level 2. That one guy was worth more than half of the essence that we collected up to that point. I'm actually going to demonstrate something. So I know both of these chests are herbs of spiritual life. Oh, actually, there isn't one in here. Oh, no wonder I didn't see it. Wow, the game gives you extra items based on what difficulty you're on. Oh, that's so messed up. Cool. I mess with it. Anyways, we don't have any items right now, but let me show you like a practical thing to get in the habit of doing once we get down the way, because we want to abuse item shot mechanic. We're going to charge level 2 here. Hopefully catch the second guy in it. Hopefully kill both of them, but nope, looks like I only get one. And that's actually a very good demonstration of what we're in for when it comes to Master Ninja mode. I got out of those iframes. The guy grabbed me, and I died. That's kind of crazy. So now we have to play this section over again, which is fine. And here we go, right? That's what you're dealing with in Master Ninja mode, actually. That's how bullshit this game gets real quick. If you don't kill these enemies quickly, you will get one shot. This is the game's idea of difficulty. So get used to it very quickly. My deaths keep stacking up like this. We're gonna absorb that. We're gonna absorb all these, get them grouped up. So hopefully I can actually just maximize. Oh yeah, I think I just killed all 3 of them. Most of them. Yeah, we have to kill these guys ASAP. And this should actually pose like a very good demonstration. So, remember how we didn't kill any of those guys with ultimate techniques the first time around? Now we're at 1950 as opposed to the barely like 1,000 after just doing the second fight. That's how important it is to kill enemies with UTs. It does so much for how much money you gain. Oh, crap. That was unlucky. Get this guy started off. Try and create some room real quick. Technique. Just gonna link in here. I think I'm gonna kill this guy. I'd rather absorb his essence. One thing about obliteration techniques, it does force yellow essence to spawn. So sometimes if you kill an enemy normally, the game will give you like a Nimpo essence, the red essence, or health essence blue. So if you just want to force spawns, it's there. So actually, look at this, right? We built 3 times the amount of money from that fight and how we approached it, which is phenomenal, honestly. All right, now let's see if we can't do this fight without getting cheesed. Instead, we'll cheese them. Cool, we killed both of them. So that's a lot of essence for us, right? Now, there is a chest behind us. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to heal and save to top off our health, and I'm just going to demonstrate a principle I mentioned in the part 1 video. So this chest here is what I know to be an herb of life chest. Right? Now, if I was maxed out on that item and on HP, that chest would give me the yellow essence to buy it for the undiscounted price at the shop. At least I'm pretty sure it's discounted. I'll confirm that a little later. I'm going to save here again, just to make sure our progress is all good, so I don't have to run back for that chest if I lose this fight. Walk in, spawn this fight, come back, charge ultimate technique, and flub it. Cool. Very legal, very cool, Ryu. Do level 1. Just to get things started off. He's still alive. Crazy. But we do have 2 delim guys, so I can set this guy up. I absorbed that essence. I wanted to try and build up to level 2. The trick you should get used to doing is jump, throw a shuriken, or shoot your projectile to help you auto-time when you land, so you can land your on-landing ultimate techniques. What's that, you might ask? It's just basically, in this game, you're able to instantly start charging your ultimate technique when you perform it on landing. So I'll cut this guy down. Doing all right on essence, I think. So if you hold down the strong heavy button, see how long it takes for you to charge. But if you do it on landing, it's gonna take me a second. You can see how we cut down the animation for Ryu to hold the sword back. So it's gonna be very important for us to do on landing all ultimate techniques. This chest up ahead is blue life essence. We're going to take advantage of that fact to try and manipulate some chests. Get an ultimate technique ready, launch it. Catch it right in the middle of enemies. And since we killed those 2 guys with the ultimate, I'm trying to hit this guy before he hits me, because we know how dangerous these guys are. I want to absorb all this essence for money. 6,000 is pretty good. We can fall down here. You'll note there's a chest down here. It's just a tutorial item. Basically saying, oh, you fell down here? Here's how you wall run. You should pretty much acquaint yourself with all the movement. And this is where I know that they changed some item locations, because this obliteration technique tutorial was way later in the level in Sigma 2, but this is about where it was in the original Ninja Gaiden 2. So these guys are moving very slowly. We're just going to take advantage of the fact that they are set up for OT tutorial bait. Get them close together. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, if you get way too finicky with it, then that can happen, right? So... skill issue. You will die a lot in this mode. Get comfortable with it. But that's why we also spam the save function, right? So that we don't have to redo some fights. I think I have to redo this fight, actually. Yep, because I didn't save it. So always save after every fight in Master Ninja mode. It's going to save you a lot of backtracking headaches. Or if you're not too happy with like maybe how a fight's gone, right? You want to farm up some more essence, for example. Force the yellow essence to spawn. 6,000 seems good to me. We're not going to use that blue essence chest yet. We want to really try to maximize how we do our item routing. So I'm going to save so we don't have to redo that fight. And sometimes you won't have access to these save points. So for completion's sake, I guess I'll go ahead and pick this up. If you're trying to get all the achievements, you need to pick up these chests and then do the item it tells you to do, or this technique it tells you to do. So I guess keep that in mind if you're achievement hunters out there. So again, we'll pick this up. We'll aggro these guys. Come around here, start charging. Tapping R1 or your right bumper or whatever button it is to center your camera is going to be very important for us to control this finicky thing. Now we unleash the ultimate technique, is what I would say. All right. Done trying to farm it. Just take them all down. But you can open up this chest for free. It's Lives of the 1,000 Gods. So we'll extend that health bar just a little bit. This is another tutorial, the reverse wind. Basically, like, oh, you can dash out of a guard. I don't want to repeat that sequence again. So you can kind of tell, again, it's 2 different design philosophies. Like Gaiden 2, we would have killed like 5 times the ninjas by this point. But this is very much Sigma 2 balancing. And every enemy is quite a huge threat. And I'm pretty sure people have the preferences. You won't see some of these, but I'm going to point them out. Right over here is a very obvious crystal skull. You should pick that up because that gives you item discounts for the cost. Now for this fight, we're going to take advantage of these jars, if I can. If Ryu will hit them today, yesteryear. Because instead of them, you know, absorbing just that minuscule amount of essence, I'd rather use them to set up ultimate techniques that give me kills for like 5 times the essence. Now there is one, so I don't want to use it there. Life bar's pretty scuffed right now. Run away, get some space. And ultimate technique. Cool, I think I killed... I can kill That guy and I were in a race to kill each other. That was crazy. Disengage. Charge at level 1. That was much I can get away with here. Is he dead? Nope. I'll just OT him. As you can tell, sometimes you just have to take the kill because we've seen how dangerous these enemies are. So I already got 10,000 essence. We're doing fine. This chest is another herbs, a spiritual life. So we can just pop it open. Take that real quick. I don't like my life total right now, especially for the next fight. So what we're going to do, we are going to backtrack here. This is definitely going to feel slow to you. But I encourage you to do it because this will save you a lot of headaches and a lot of potential deaths as you play through these missions. So we'll go back and save here. Actually, I should have popped this chest open first, but it's fine. So this is just a guaranteed blue life essence spawn, which heals us up to full. So after, you know, using these fights and trying to take advantage of the fact we know what resources are around us, we can keep us in pretty good shape. You know, knowledge is power. So for this next fight, we're going to take advantage of that very similar principle here. This chest is our first Nimpo of the game, Art of the Inferno. And we have a chest around the corner. My counterattack, knock him into the wall. Zuna drop. He should be dead, but he's not because these enemies are hella tanky and cracked. One reason why ultimate techniques are so strong is that they have many of them have guaranteed delim attacks. So, as you can kind of tell, sometimes delimbing an enemy is a bit inconsistent. That fight actually went very, very well. I'm not too worried about the next couple of fights, so I am going to just press on. I'm actually curious, too, how much like essence I gain for using an info here. Kill him real quick. I'll kill him, too, like this, just to demonstrate, hey, we got a chest, I might as well use it. This guy's burned forever, bro. That one in the back. That was like hardly anything. 12,805. 12,875, right? So using Nimpo can be very effective, but as you can see, it's not very rewarding for us to kill enemies with. So even when we have Nimpo like this, I'm going to try and stay away from using it unless I absolutely have to, just to clutch out a fight and win it, right? There's nothing down here, just simply an area which you can fall down. We can wall jump out of here because ladders are lame. Run along the wall. And I fell down here, so this is actually pretty dangerous because I don't like this area for fighting. I'd rather let the level 1 rock right now. Kill the guy. Guillotine throw. Didn't hit a wall. We did delim that guy, though. Shuriken. You see how I used the Shuriken there to stun the enemy, get complete control of my timing when I was against the on landing so I could charge that ultimate easier. That's a very important skill for you to develop. Right, so we had a sloppy fight in there. So in Sigma 2, this is where they gave you the tutorial for obliteration techniques, but now it's just another fight. Which I think it was smart for them to put it back to like the original space, because obliteration techniques is fairly important. I'm not going to let that guy cartwheel me. I'd rather just not get hit like that. We'll drop this guy. His essence is worth nothing, so we're going to try and set up level 2 ultimate technique here. I messed that up. Spin to win. 1375. It's now 142075, right? Right, so now we're here. And this is the flying bird technique. Now, when we're at a point like this, you can kind of like choose whether or not you're going to try and play the next fight out and then use a safe statue, or run all the way back and use a previously accessible statue. Sometimes it's not going to work later on just due to how they change the level design to not be so friendly to backtrack in. So I'm just going to take that. Nice, we got guaranteed to limb, which means they can do this. Go for a flying swallow. I wanted to absorb that essence for ultimate technique. Okay, neither of them are dead. 1 obliteration, 2 obliteration. Okay, now we got a level 2 set up. That guy's delimmed, so maybe I can avoid hitting him. I can just go for an OT later. Damn it. Alright, we're gonna OT him. And instead, I'm gonna set up a level 2 on this guy. Optimizing the way you kill. Basically, if you kill an enemy with anything other than a level 2 ultimate technique, you should just try and use that essence to chain. And if you kill an enemy with a level 2 ultimate technique, you're going to want to make sure that you absorb that essence for cash. because it's going to be worth way more essence than you just normally killing dudes. Right? So, like, even though I killed that guy and I could start a UT chain, I want that essence for money. So I'm going to try and set up an Azuna drop here. Absorb that essence by letting go of block. We get the OT. Catch one guy. This guy's going to die. So then I can stun this guy, get the level 2. And this is basically the overall rhythm, and I'm going to affirm that pretty much time after time. This is this is the life of the gods, so we don't have to worry about picking that up. Right now, we don't really have to worry about manipulating chests, just because we have no items to really manipulate with. At the end of the river there is a... Actually, I'm going to go back. We should save first, because those fights went really well, I would say. So I'd rather just make sure that we don't have to repeat them in case something goes askew. After all, y'all have seen how quickly you can die. So we're going to come here, right? Okay, these guys are running up. We're going to break open this. Jump ahead. Miss the on-landing. And... Cool. Very cool game. Right, like, see, like, consider how scuffed this fight's going right now for us. Like, we could have had a full level 2 ultimate on 2 enemies, but, you know, the game, Ryu's positioning just put us in a pretty rough spot, so we had to take a loss on income there. So I might have even considered just letting myself die, just because I think it's important to optimize the early levels. This chest is usually like just a random essence spawn, or it's a bunch of bats, which can give you some blue life and some yellow essence, so we're not too worried about that. I'm not going to go back and save just because I don't like how my progress looks here. All right, we come around this corner. I think there is an info chest like well up ahead, and some of these guys... Oh, yeah, there we go. I'm thinking about guys that are on a completely different part of the map up ahead, and I just get killed by a guy in front of me. But now let's see if we can get this fight to go better, right? Hell, with how far away they spawn, I could probably even optimize my yellow essence here. I could probably just break this, absorb it. Yeah, and then do this. Now they will tag me with Incendiary Shuriken. We do have to release so we don't take that damage. And I have to do this, again, to avoid that damage. Another level 1 ultimate. Now that they're both delimbed, they are going to get a little more, not passive, but just slower with their movement. So I should be able to stay out of range, charge this up. Son of a... I'm done. He can die now. He can just die. I don't care anymore. Still gave me 200 essence for that kill, so that's not too bad. I feel like it's acceptable for you to absorb essence from an enemy that you kill with a OT or UT, regardless of the level of the ultimate technique. All the bats gave me yellow essence. I think we have slightly more health than we did before, which is fine. All right. Now this fight, we're gonna do some better enemy management here, right? So we're gonna advance forward, get these guys to spawn. They spawn once you stand there. Double back, ultimate technique. We got pretty good space right here, so Ryu shouldn't flub this. Kill this guy with an Azuna drop. Bada bing, bada boom. And I'm just going to pop this guy with a Nimpo, because I really don't want to mess around with him anymore. We have a Nimpo chest up ahead anyway, so... managing Nimpo like that is important if you're trying to like maximize your own score in chapter challenges. We come up here because there is a crystal skull right up here. So you want to be sure you pick that up. I'm going to raw dog this next fight. We're just going to shoot for it. No safety saves. No coward. Damn, we chucked that guy all the way downstairs. Cool. Now, there is some blue essence down here. A chest for us to use. Okay, he just died straight up. That's cool. I'm just going to kill this guy too manually. Not the best way to do that fight, but whatever. So we are going to take this statue here. before we jump down, because there are some items we want down here. And as you can see, the game, you know, it's very video gamey. Enemies just appear. It's just like, surprise, you are now being ambushed. 1, 2, I barely missed. Run back. I wanted to greed that ultimate out. I just need one enemy to get us going off of something here. Yeah, these guys are being fairly relentless right now. He's gonna drop him, I think. Oh, this is great, actually. Red Nimpo. If you get red or blue essence and you absorb it into your ultimate technique, it becomes an automatic level 2, which can be very helpful for us. Now, if I remember right, this is not our blue life chest. This is just a Life of the Gods to give us more max health. Then there is a blue chest over here for us to use. I don't think any more enemies spawn. This chest is full of blue essence. I'm not going to use it just yet, because I think... Actually, no, I am going to use it. Because the next fight we're about to go into is a little brutal. And so this is just us optimizing like our health management so that we're setting ourselves up for the most success possible. And in the next fight, we can use Nimpo fairly liberally. But again, don't forget that the essence, yellow essence that enemies drop from it is not worth that much. We'll take all this essence. That's just yellow essence that spawns. We have another technique scroll here, Flying Swallow, something you should very much be using. Active on only a few certain weapons. In this fight, we're going to go for the mage immediately, get him dead. See if I can't use another guillotine throw into the wall for Delim. I heard that one there. And yeah, I'm just going to... I do want to kill another enemy real quick, so I'm actually going to drop an info now. But now that enemy's going to take forever and a year to die. We're just going to control things, right? Okay, now I have 2 essence to go for an ultimate technique. And this is an essence that I want to absorb. I think we killed another enemy there. We just decapitated someone, so they're auto-dead. That guy died from an ulti? No, that was a OT. That's right. Buy time. Yeah, no. You can't tank hits like that in this mode. I'm kind of used to mentor difficulty where, like, I can maybe tank 1 or 2 hits and be fine. Release my ultimate and get through, but I have to play a lot more cleanly in Master Ninja mode. So you'll note that I'm noticing my mistakes. I'm going, yeah, I overextended, right? Like, there's a lot of ways for you to avoid making mistakes that will cost you lives. And there, I made a very simple one where I greeted. Jump. Oh, I missed the on landing there. So now this is rough. Okay, we did kill someone, which is good. He did not give us anything outside of a... Okay, good. We got lucky there. So this is essence I want to absorb for sure. Where's that mage? As you can tell, the camera is your own enemy to fight, but usually tapping the button to put it behind you is always going to be a good play. Okay, level 1. Okay, cool. I could take some shuriken, right? Killing this guy is actually pretty good for me. Guillotine throw. Okay, cool. We got 2 yellow essence. Enemies are fairly grouped up. Oh, this should be prime territory. Bam! Okay. 2 dead. I'm just going to absorb all the essence first. And now that last one that spawned, that was a guy we killed with an OT, so I'm not going to be too worried about using that for money. I want this guy limbed. I'm going to drop an info real quick. Of course, it targets that dude. Disengage. He's going to take a year to die. And he gave me more Nimpo. Alright, cool story, bro. Oh, I wanted the iframes as that guy charged, but I forgot that shuriken do not stagger the mages when they are charging their attacks. So that's an important thing to note as well, as what options you need to do to stagger enemies and what you will stun them and what won't, right? And sometimes you got to play on that razor's edge, part of my pun from Ninja Gaiden 3's remastered version. So we'll do this real quick. Another take. That guy went for a grab. I had to let her fly. Okay. This time we're going to target you very early. Izuna drop him. Get the kill. Oh, Jesus. Okay. 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 I try to get guillotine throw, but she's just not grabbing anybody today. That's fine. With the rate of deaths I'm having here, I imagine that future videos might not have this live commentary, unless y'all prefer it. Maybe y'all will like, you know, just the ASMR of mangaka playing Ninja Gaiden 2. But I do think that there's probably an argument for things to get edited. Okay, see how we make the on landing here, and then we're able to open with a level 2? You know, that could be the difference in how a fight opens up for you. Okay, we use the pillars for cover. How did I not escape any of that? I was mashing dash. Maybe I had to do counterattack. I think I fixated on the mage ninja there. Yeah, I'm kind of impressed. Like, I did not have issues like this when it came to mentor mode. I would die sometimes, right? And again, I'm not using any items right now because I want to just start stockpiling and snowballing as fast as I can. That was some... Oh, I guess we got like a decent combo of RNG there. Okay, cool. We targeted that guy. I'll take that for sure. I'm gonna pop an info here. I just don't like this fight. Did not like the setup I had going on there. Again. Okay, I do not care to absorb that necessarily. Trying to be aware of what's around me. Brother snatched me. I need to target the mage earlier there. That's why I got so deep into the first fight attempt. So I think I'm just going to bum rush the mage. Like, getting the ultimate technique is nice, but it's not setting me up for success. So I'm going to compromise on trying to optimize, like, the money routing to just be like, nah, someone needs to die. Like, this guy has got to go. And again, we can use pretty much all the Nimpo we want here. Missed the guillotine throw, hit it there. Are you real? Okay. Okay, that was a good combo for delimbing. Okay, first mage dead. Second one's gonna spawn. Okay, we're gonna try to use these two for level 2 ultimate. I was not ready for my camera to change its position there. Okay, I think we delimbed the other guy too. No, we did not. Level 1. I'll take the UT here, the OT rather. Trying to hit this mage, but Ryu just does not want to hit him today, which is fine. Dodge into the OT, cool. Oh, that missed. That sucks for me. Flying swallow, beheading. This is actually great. We're going to use that essence for level 2. Because I'm really not sweating right now. Okay, I want to use that essence. Okay, that was the ultimate technique essence. That's just a UT. Okay, cool. We got level 2. Focusing. You can kind of influence the direction Ryu attacks in by holding a directional input as you do your moves, right? So that is something to be aware of. Should be able to drop this guy. Give me a good essence. Give me just yellow. It's okay, we stunned that guy long enough with Shuriken. There we go. A little bit of perseverance, a little bit of reevaluating our overall strategy, and we cleared that fight. Pretty well, I might add. And now we get the lunar staff. We're not going to use this weapon just yet. That chest has a bunch of Nimpo in it, so we can wait and spam out a couple more. And I'm not going to save at that statue because that statue has a heal for us, and we have access to this statue. My health is not in a bad spot, so I'd rather use that statue and maximize it to give us better healing. "35 minutes into this level, damn. That's how long these playthroughs can go, I suppose. We are at 2 herbs. And now the game tells us about ultimate techniques, which is so troll. We're gonna drop off some ninjas, we can take a few shuriken shots, drop the ultimate. Ryu does not want to hit more than one enemy right now with this dragon sword. Really frustrating. Zord the first essence. Second and third essence were not ultimate technique kills, so I don't mind. Now we'll drop this. Absorb that, we're at 24-45. That fight went pretty well. But I'm not going to go back all the way and save just because that fight went well, right? Like, I don't mind doing that fight. That's a pretty easy fight. Now it's telling us more about obliteration techniques and farming techniques, right? We can come in here real quick. There is a grains of spiritual life back here. That's our big healing item. That's going to be very important. Now we're going to jump out here. Heard the audio cue from the mage. No, he was about to fire his laser. Guillotine throw him, of course he doesn't. Oh, my counterattack. I'm not good at timing counterattacks. That is a weak point of mine. Of course, I said, I don't mind redoing that one fight, and we're going to have to redo that one fight. We do spawn back here. Still have the Nimpo. I honestly just might cast the Nimpo on that mage. Make sure he dies. Oh, the ship didn't drop. That's what I was looking for. Okay, I can't take any more hits than that. Level 1. This fight's a little worse than it was first time around, but it's fine. Dash to get in position. Jump, get away. Shuriken to stun an enemy and time my on-landing input. Okay, he died in midair. So I think I will. Although I guess maybe the mage ninja could like warp underground and get away. Interesting thought. Start here with a level 1. Gets me 2 limbs, which is good. 1, 2. Again, I'm preventing Ryu from absorbing essence by holding down the block button at all times. And then when I want to absorb essence, I can either release it or just start charging an ultimate technique. Mage is dead. Okay, that's all good. I would definitely want to absorb that essence. And I think like that was the only mage for the moment, which is good. Zuna drop, get the kill. Ultimate technique, obliteration rather. Oh, that guy was gonna go to town on me. I am gonna pop a Nimpo here. This guy can be very ugly to fight. His friend's coming up. Oh man, that Nimpo actually didn't do anything to him. Did I die? I did. You can kind of tell when you're just not really able to get your UT chains like going effectively, and a lot of that is just the nature of this difficulty paired with the dragon sword. Dragon sword's a very fun weapon, very well rounded and whatnot. I'm gonna keep using it here just because I don't use the staff until we upgrade to level 2. 1 and 2. I really misjudged that. That's crazy. We take a couple of harmless shuriken. Closer. That's the opposite of closer, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, let's see how this one goes. Health is in a pretty good spot. Nimpo on the incendiary ninjas. That's what I'm calling the ninjas with the claws. Not really the move. I'm actually going to try something here. I'll absorb this pot. But see how that essence doesn't absorb while I'm pulling block? Well, it didn't for a minute. Trying to steer this into our guy here. Stunned into the throw. Level 1. I don't trust anything else right now. Brother. Literally spawn camped me. Yeah, that was bad luck. Sometimes that will happen. Thing you just have to accept, like when your iframes end, an enemy can just immediately dogpile you like that. And again, I'm gonna take all these deaths early on because I want to have my items and my essence economy to be in a really good spot. Like I could just be blowing away like all my health items right here, but then like down the road where the fights get way more difficult than this, then I'm gonna be a little hamstrung. Plus, I want to make sure I can afford upgrades for my weapons like as soon as possible. Oh my lord! Go to hell. Okay. This fight is definitely ugly. All that lasting damage, son. You know what, actually? Considering where my health is at now and the run back we've been doing, I'm going to set myself up for success here. We took care of that incidental fight, and now we have full health here. So that means that this fight that I'm having a bit of a roadblock with, I'm actually able to approach with full health. So sometimes being impromptu with your decision making like that, I think it's another good thing to be. Like, just be flexible. I just have to absorb all this, I guess. Immediate guillotine throw. Goes underground. Get the Azuna drop on him. Enemies were fairly docile right there, so I knew I could get away with a level 2. I want to absorb that essence. One OT. 2 OTs. There's 2 enemies right here. Absorb all that. Wait for them to get close. Oh, come on. Brother, Dragon Sword. I need you to step your game up, bro. Chuck that there. I'll absorb that because that was a level 2 kill. Stun him. Try to find an aggressive way to land to be safe. Okay, nice. 1, 2. This should be 1 dead. He is in fact dead. And you can tell that, like, you know, again, these enemies are quite tough because they are dodging my attacks, right? Something that you would not see in the original Ninja Gaiden 2. They were kind of just, you know, meat sponges. Taking whatever abuse you could dogpile onto them. This guy should be dead now. Okay. Very nice, okay. And after a difficult fight like that, y'all, I'm not even hesitating. I'm running back and I'm saving. Like, that fight went very well. My essence looks amazing right now. I think it looks amazing anyway. And I could still... At any given moment, too, I could have popped this Nimpo. I'm just going to consume it now because I'm probably not coming back to this statue. I don't think I really have to worry about the next few fights anyway. But yeah, I hope this is properly setting some expectations for what Master Ninja mode or Way of the Master Ninja will look like for y'all. I swear there's enemies behind there. Like my camera changed. I think I had to open up this chest for it to spawn. Now they're spawning. Come back here, do an on-landing, turn around. I pushed that a little close, but it's fine. Nice compact space, so I can clip both of them. And dead. The other guy didn't get caught up in that full ultimate technique. Let's go back to the checkpoint. But that's why we went back and saved right after that one fight. You know, don't skirt on your safety saves, y'all. Especially after, you know, you have a very difficult fight. If it goes well, take the time and save. It's going to save you headaches. Because, again, like, even an encounter with two ninjas like that is going to mess you up. I'm going to kick this chest open. Pretty consistent yellow essence. And see, this is what I was expecting. Why were they not here the first time? That might be a spawn manipulation thing where it's like I had to pick up the chest first and then cut it open, actually. Oh, God. This will hurt a little. Instant decapitation. I will force the yellow essence spawn here. Actually, I should probably stop going for that. Especially if it's like I'm trying to use it for an ultimate technique instead. Because if it gives me a blue or a red essence, I can just skip straight to the level 2. So I should probably let some of those kills rock. But at the same time, it's so hard to say no to iframes, right? Game full of this BS. Right here. Ran around the corner, nice and docile. Both of them are caught up in it. Only one died. Immediately killed the next one. We absorbed that first one, which was the level 2 ultimate technique, and then we can use the obliteration technique essence to get this ultimate started. And that guy's just going to spawn a yellow essence. And our first Muramasa shop. Now, this is one thing I love that they've gone back and restored, which is where you have the blacksmith and you can buy upgrades for your weapons again. In Sigma 2, you could not upgrade any of your weapons to level 2 until you got to Chapter 2, which was annoying. But now, I can just do this and beat the game. On Master Ninja mode, you can tell that the first level upgrade is 20,000 essence. That's why it's very important to maximize our farming. Yeah, and then there's Crystal Skull stuff here, right? And now there are some items here. I know there's a Herbs of Spiritual Life chest coming up, so they're worth 3,500. I'm going to buy one right now. This one's worth 49 for a grain. We're going to get the mushroom. I'm going to maximize the mushroom, or... Yeah, I'm going to maximize the herbs right now, just to demonstrate something. Now, if I jump down here... We're going to go on a long spree where there's no save point, if I recall. So I am actually going to run back and save real quick. Just because if the next fights go ugly, I don't want to have to redo that little short skirmish in there again. And do the whole weapon upgrade thing. And we're about to hit a point of no return. So it's last time I can use this save anyway. Damn, this video just might be like an hour long. In fact, I know it is. There's no way I'm going to beat it in 10 minutes. It's going to be like another 10, 15, maybe 20. Depends on how good these fights go. But again, I suppose this will set you up for the expectation of what you're getting into when you start playing this difficulty. I am going to switch to the lunar staff now. Drop down the hole. Bat spawn. Spin with the light attack. So they will give me some blue essence. A very minuscule amount of it. And, you know, some notebooks. I am going to charge a level 2 right here. And this is why we want the staff at level 2. This super right here. The 360 UT is so amazing. It is so strong. It is so good. You should always be using it. What is this chest down here? I think it's an herb. High key, I think it's an herb. I'm going to double check this. I have an item guide just so I can confirm things and so I can include it here for y'all to know. So, okay, it says there's 2 herbs here. Yeah, okay, it looks like there's 2 herbs here. So I'm going to pick this one up. No, this is just a yellow chest. Oh, it becomes a yellow chest. I see. So whenever you get multiple, like, essence spawns like that, that means that item is, like, a random fixed thing. In easier difficulties, that was an herb. It's just a yellow chest in Master Ninja mode. But now this chest right here, this is an herb of spiritual life chest. So how do I want to do this? I did just buy an herb. This would be a waste of a grains, though, but it would be nice to show off. Well, since I have... The game's going to check. It recognizes I'm full on herbs, but I have some damage. So, voila. It's going to give me blue essence to heal me. That's the point I'm trying to demonstrate, is how we manipulate those. So, ideally, we'd have a way to have our health be full. Ninjas are going to spawn. We're going to use a 360 UT staff here. Take a couple of shuriken, chip damage. Get the drop. I am going to use that first one just because I want to get a cycle started here. There we go, right? This is why I want this 360. So that I can, you know, hit so much more. Like, you saw how many times I was, like, losing enemies, only, like, focusing, hyperfixating on one enemy. With this weapon and this ultimate, that is a gone issue. Compare that to its normal ultimate skill. We do that, and actually I think it's pretty effective on humans, but especially against, like, large enemies. The 360 ultimate technique, it is absolutely goated. It is one of the best ultimate techniques in the game, and you get it, like, as soon as Chapter 1. I'm double-checking that there's nothing back here. I feel like on easier difficulties there is a chest back there, but not on this one. You'll recognize the dash jump here. It's fastest form of movement in the game. Now, I think this gives us a checkpoint. Right, and you can see that there's like a guaranteed delim point in the level 1 version of this ultimate technique. That's another reason why it's very important for us to use. 16, 17. Yeah, so even when I kill that enemy with the Izuna drop from my ultimate technique, even when I do that, it still gives me points like I killed him with the UT proper, which is cool, by proxy. Okay, I'm looking for enemies to spawn here. I have a memory that they should be spawning here. That fight went so well, I don't have to worry about anything right now. We're going to run down here. This is a devil mushroom. So, you know, if you need to use Nimpo, I guess you could, but I'd encourage you to not use your mushroom to restore it right now. Because, again, we want to start stockpiling items early so we can try and manipulate some of the things. Level 1, break him here. And he died even, right? Like, so now, like, I can just spin here, and if someone gets hit with the full thing, they just die. Do it again, right? Just chain it all the way through until I get to a moment. I'm gonna run here, try and break that. You know, Ryu, I can respect the fact that in a situation where you have armed ninjas who are very interested in killing you, that you'd want to swing at them, as opposed to the plant, but bruh. I need you to have a little more foresight than that, all right? I need you to think big picture, Ryu, big picture. Spin on him here. That guy died too? Yeah, he did. Okay, so we had a few good fights. It is getting to a point, though, where yeah, okay, before I open this chest, I think it's a herbs chest. It might be a grains, but I'm pretty sure it's an herbs chest. So we saw earlier how that chest before gave us blue essence to heal us. So now that we were able to go through those fights, I'm going to come back to this statue. I hope you can tell how much easier these fights are going when I have a very powerful level 1 ultimate technique I can fight with. And that ultimate technique was not available when the staff was level 1. Like, you only get access to it after you get upgraded to level 2. So now that we're at full HP, if I'm correct about this being an herb, 19,887, we click this open, and it's a single yellow essence. When you get this single yellow essence from a chest, that's how you know you did your item manipulation correct. And now it just went up to 23, like 87, right? We got like the herb price. So when you think about it, I could upgrade my dragon sword as well to level 2 in this mission. I'm not going to do that specifically because the dragon sword, in its base form, it already gives us all the moves we need from it. And from the story mode, it actually upgrades to level 4 automatically. So unless you're like doing very well and you just have extra essence and nothing to do with it, I would not recommend upgrading the dragon sword in your playthrough here, because you can just take that essence and upgrade it to weapons that aren't going to be upgraded otherwise. Wait right here, get the level 2, pick this guy up. Both those guys died to level 2, so I'd rather absorb that essence right now. He's gonna die to that. There's a grains in this chest here, so we'll claim that one. And actually, as I recall correctly, my discounts are a little ugly because I don't have all 30 crystal skulls. But as I recall correctly, if you buy items from the shop like this, I'm gonna do it like that for now. Then, and if you use the chest manipulation to get yellow essence from them, the essence that you get is the undiscounted price, so you can even get more money from it. We're gonna get these enemies to spawn. They're all incendiary ninjas, so they're obnoxious. Get a level 2 ultimate technique going here. One guy died. One guy's delim, not quite dead. I'll absorb that first essence, jump back, use the OT essence to get the next ultimate technique going. We'll absorb this guy's essence. 17. Run up there, get the next wave, or next guy. He made a move. I'm not risking it. Just gonna take him out here. Switch to the dragon sword for memes right now. Drop him like it's hot. Not even dead. What a bastard. That's all the enemies? That's all the enemies. Cool. Alright. So now we're pretty much at the end of the mission. We didn't miss any chests. We didn't miss any crystal skulls. There's only 2 in this level. All right. Now for our first boss of the game. I'm going to wait for the recording to come back. It does weird things when I alt-tab out. So another reason why we go for the level 2 staff, and this is something you could not do in Sigma 2, is for our first boss fight of the game, our boy Rasetsu here. You want to trivialize this guy, you just 360 UT him. He'll jump at you, right? He'll scuttle at you. And, you know, this is why we're using iframes, right? Because we don't need to fight, you know, he's not fighting fairly with us, right? So we don't need to treat him fairly. Disengage. He'll clickety-clackety, but pretty much if you dash away twice, you'll always be in range to charge a level 1 UT. Dashing away once when he's walking, you're fine too. And then, yeah, very simple kill. And in Sigma 2, we had a whole other boss fight after this, but now we don't have that extra fat to worry about. And that is Chapter 1 of Master Ninja Mode. It took us about an hour to get through, and I'm leaving all my deaths and live commentary in. And, yeah. Thank you for watching this one. Before I continue to make more episodes, I do want to see about y'all's feedback. If you prefer the live commentary approach right now to see just how long it takes me to go through these playthroughs and to talk my thought process through on how to approach a fight, or if you prefer me to try and trim things down, be a little more efficient, show you just my successful takes only and do post-commentary. Whichever y'all would prefer, or if you want to at least see what that looks like for the second episode, then compare, and then we can go with one direction or the other in the next episode. Do let me know. It's always fun. It's crazy that we're back here right now, and I'm happy that it's actually going to look like a very good quality video. I'm Mangaka. This is the first step to becoming a Master Ninja. I'll see you all in the next video.